In the labyrinth of life, amidst the swirling chaos of desires and fears, we find ourselves on a quest for a treasure elusive yet tantalizingly within reach: financial freedom. But how do we navigate this treacherous terrain, beset on all sides by temptation and uncertainty? The ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers us a lantern in the darkness, guiding our steps with its timeless principles of self-mastery and resilience. Embrace the immutable. The Stoics teach us to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. In the pursuit of financial freedom, we must focus only on our actions and decisions, relinquishing futile attempts to manipulate external circumstances. The concept of focusing on what is within our control, this principle, often attributed to Epictetus, emphasizes the importance of directing our attention and efforts only towards things that we have the power to influence. In the context of achieving financial freedom, this means concentrating on our own actions, decisions, and attitudes, rather than expending energy on factors beyond our control, such as market fluctuations or the behavior of others. By embracing this mindset, we free ourselves from the futile cycle of worry and frustration that arises from fixating on external circumstances. Instead, we channel our efforts towards maximizing our own potential and making prudent choices that align with our goals. This doesn't mean ignoring external factors altogether, but rather recognizing that our response to them is where our true power lies. In practical terms, applying this Stoic principle to financial matters involves focusing on aspects such as budgeting, saving, investing wisely, and cultivating a mindset of frugality and resourcefulness. By embracing what we can control and accepting what we cannot, we empower ourselves to navigate the complexities of the financial landscape with clarity and resilience. Cultivate virtue. True wealth lies not in material possessions but in the cultivation of virtue. As Epictetus reminds us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. By practicing moderation and temperance, we free ourselves from the endless pursuit of wealth for its own sake. Stoicism teaches that genuine prosperity is not measured by the abundance of material possessions, but rather by the quality of one's character and the extent to which they embody virtues such as wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. In the pursuit of financial freedom, Stoicism encourages us to prioritize the development of these virtues over the accumulation of wealth for its own sake. This means cultivating habits of moderation, self-discipline, and ethical conduct in our financial dealings. Rather than chasing after extravagant luxuries or engaging in reckless pursuit of riches, the Stoic seeks to align their actions with principles of integrity and moral excellence. By practicing virtue in our financial affairs, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also contribute to the greater good of society. Through acts of generosity, fairness, and compassion, we create a ripple effect of positive impact that extends far beyond our individual sphere of influence. Moreover, Stoicism teaches that true wealth lies in the freedom from excessive desires and attachments. By practicing moderation and contentment, we liberate ourselves from the endless cycle of consumerism and find fulfillment in the simple pleasures of life. Ultimately, by prioritizing the cultivation of virtue in our pursuit of financial freedom, we not only achieve material success but also attain a deeper sense of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment in our lives. Accept the impermanence of wealth. Like the shifting sands of the desert, wealth is transient and ephemeral. The Stoic sage embraces this truth, finding contentment not in the accumulation of riches, but in the wise use of what is already at hand. Stoicism teaches us to recognize that all external possessions, including wealth, are subject to change and ultimately beyond our control. This concept is encapsulated in the Stoic idea of fortune, which refers to the external circumstances and events that shape our lives. In the context of financial matters, Stoicism invites us to acknowledge the transient nature of wealth and to cultivate an attitude of detachment towards it. While it is natural to desire financial security and stability, the Stoic recognizes that clinging too tightly to material possessions can lead to suffering and discontent. By accepting the impermanence of wealth, we free ourselves from the anxiety and fear that often accompany financial uncertainty. Instead of placing our sense of security and well-being solely on external factors, we cultivate an inner resilience that is independent of our financial circumstances. Moreover, embracing the Stoic principle of acceptance allows us to approach financial setbacks and losses with equanimity and grace. Rather than becoming overwhelmed by disappointment or despair, we view these challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. In practical terms, accepting the impermanence of wealth involves adopting a mindset of flexibility and adaptability in our financial planning. Rather than striving for an unattainable sense of permanence and security, we focus on building resilience and resourcefulness that can withstand the inevitable ups and downs of life. Ultimately, by embracing the Stoic perspective on the impermanence of wealth, we cultivate a sense of inner freedom and peace that transcends the fluctuations of the external world. We find contentment not in the accumulation of riches, but in the wisdom and resilience that come from living in alignment with Stoic principles. Master your desires. The insatiable appetite for more, the relentless pursuit of pleasure, these are the chains that bind us. By practicing self-discipline and mastering our desires, we liberate ourselves from the tyranny of consumerism and find true freedom within. Central to Stoic philosophy is the recognition that our desires and attachments often lead to suffering and discontent. In the pursuit of financial freedom, this principle calls upon us to exercise self-discipline and restraint in our relationship with money and material possessions. Stoicism teaches that true freedom lies not in the fulfillment of every desire, but in the mastery of our impulses and appetites. By cultivating a sense of inner detachment from external wealth and possessions, we liberate ourselves from the endless cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. Practically, mastering our desires involves adopting a mindset of moderation and contentment in our financial habits. Rather than succumbing to the allure of consumerism and the pursuit of extravagant luxuries, the Stoic exercises restraint and discernment in their spending and consumption habits. Moreover, the Stoic recognizes that true wealth is not measured by the accumulation of possessions, but by the richness of our inner life. By focusing on cultivating virtues such as gratitude, generosity, and compassion, we find fulfillment and contentment that transcends material wealth. In the face of temptation and impulse, the Stoic cultivates the discipline to pause and reflect on the true value of their desires. Rather than acting impulsively based on fleeting impulses, they make deliberate and conscious choices that align with their long-term goals and values. Ultimately, mastering our desires is not about denying ourselves pleasure or abundance, but rather about finding a balance between our material desires and our inner well-being. By cultivating a sense of inner contentment and self-mastery, we free ourselves from the shackles of consumerism and find true freedom in the wise use of our financial resources. Prepare for adversity. In the arena of life, adversity is inevitable. The Stoic, like a skilled gladiator, prepares for battle not with fear or anxiety, but with calm resolve and unwavering courage. Stoicism teaches us to anticipate and embrace the inevitability of challenges and setbacks in life, including those that may impact our financial well-being. Rather than succumbing to fear or anxiety in the face of adversity, the Stoic cultivates resilience and fortitude, viewing obstacles as opportunities for growth and learning. In the pursuit of financial freedom, preparing for adversity involves adopting a proactive mindset that anticipates and plans for potential setbacks. This may include building an emergency fund to cushion against unexpected expenses, diversifying investments to mitigate risk, and cultivating skills and knowledge that enhance financial resilience. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to approach adversity with a sense of equanimity and acceptance, recognizing that struggles and setbacks are an inherent part of the human experience. By embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, the Stoic cultivates a mindset of resilience that enables them to navigate financial turbulence with grace and composure. Furthermore, preparing for adversity involves cultivating an attitude of resourcefulness and adaptability in the face of changing circumstances. Rather than becoming paralyzed by fear or uncertainty, the Stoic remains flexible and open-minded, exploring creative solutions and alternative pathways to financial freedom. Ultimately, preparing for adversity is not about avoiding challenges altogether, but rather about developing the inner strength and resilience to withstand and overcome them. By embracing the Stoic principle of preparedness, we empower ourselves to navigate the unpredictable currents of life with courage and confidence, knowing that our inner resilience is our greatest asset in the pursuit of financial freedom. Practice gratitude. In the midst of life's trials and tribulations, it is easy to lose sight of the blessings that surround us. The Stoic cultivates an attitude of gratitude, finding solace in the simple joys of existence. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate an attitude of gratitude, regardless of our external circumstances, recognizing the abundance that surrounds us in every moment. In the pursuit of financial freedom, practicing gratitude involves shifting our focus from what we lack to what we already possess. Rather than measuring our wealth solely by material possessions or financial achievements, the Stoic cultivates an appreciation for the simple blessings of life: health, relationships, opportunities, and the beauty of the natural world. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to view challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning, reframing adversity as a catalyst for resilience and personal development. By adopting this mindset, we cultivate gratitude even in the face of financial difficulties, recognizing the lessons and opportunities for growth that arise from adversity. Practically, practicing gratitude involves incorporating daily rituals and practices into our lives that cultivate a sense of appreciation and abundance. This may include keeping a gratitude journal, where we write down 3 things we are thankful for each day, or simply taking a moment each morning to reflect on the blessings in our lives. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we not only enhance our sense of well-being and fulfillment, but also create a positive feedback loop that attracts more abundance and prosperity into our lives. When we approach financial freedom from a place of gratitude, we recognize that true wealth is not measured by the size of our bank account, but by the richness of our inner experience and the depth of our connections with others. Ultimately, practicing gratitude is a powerful antidote to the discontent and dissatisfaction that often accompany the pursuit of financial success. By embracing the Stoic principle of gratitude, we unlock the secret to true wealth and abundance, finding fulfillment and contentment in the present moment, regardless of our external circumstances. Seek wisdom, not wealth. In the pursuit of financial freedom, it is easy to lose sight of the true purpose of life. The Stoic sage seeks not riches, but wisdom, the true wealth that sustains and nourishes the soul. Stoicism teaches us to prioritize the pursuit of wisdom and virtue over the accumulation of material possessions, recognizing that true wealth lies in the cultivation of a rich inner life. In the pursuit of financial freedom, seeking wisdom involves shifting our focus from the external pursuit of wealth to the internal quest for personal growth and self-improvement. Rather than measuring our success solely by our financial achievements, the Stoic cultivates a sense of curiosity and lifelong learning, recognizing that true fulfillment comes from the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to approach financial decisions with a sense of discernment and wisdom, considering not only the short-term benefits but also the long-term consequences of our actions. By cultivating a deep understanding of financial principles and practices, we empower ourselves to make informed decisions that align with our values and goals. Practically, seeking wisdom in the pursuit of financial freedom involves investing in our own education and personal development, whether through reading books, attending seminars, or seeking guidance from mentors and experts in the field. By continuously expanding our knowledge and skills, we enhance our ability to navigate the complexities of the financial world with clarity and confidence. By prioritizing the pursuit of wisdom over wealth, we free ourselves from the endless cycle of consumerism and materialism, finding fulfillment and contentment in the journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Ultimately, the true measure of financial freedom lies not in the size of our bank account, but in the depth of our wisdom and the richness of our inner experience. Embrace voluntary hardship. By embracing voluntary hardship, the Stoic strengthens their resolve and hones their character. In the face of adversity, they stand firm like a mighty oak, their roots anchored deep in the soil of virtue. Stoicism teaches us to embrace challenges and difficulties willingly, recognizing them as opportunities for growth and self-mastery rather than obstacles to be avoided. In the pursuit of financial freedom, embracing voluntary hardship involves intentionally seeking out and embracing challenges that test our limits and stretch our capabilities. This may involve setting ambitious financial goals, taking calculated risks in our investments, or making sacrifices in the short term to achieve long-term financial stability. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to view hardship as a catalyst for personal growth and character development. By willingly subjecting ourselves to discomfort and adversity, we build resilience and fortitude, strengthening our ability to withstand the inevitable challenges that life may throw our way. Practically, embracing voluntary hardship in the pursuit of financial freedom involves adopting a mindset of discipline and perseverance, committing to our goals even in the face of obstacles and setbacks. This may require making difficult decisions, such as living below our means, delaying gratification, or taking on additional responsibilities to increase our earning potential. By embracing voluntary hardship, we cultivate a sense of inner strength and self-reliance that empowers us to overcome obstacles and achieve our financial goals. Rather than shying away from challenges, we confront them head-on, knowing that each hardship we endure brings us one step closer to true freedom and fulfillment. Ultimately, embracing voluntary hardship is not about seeking out suffering for its own sake, but rather about recognizing the transformative power of challenges and difficulties in our journey towards financial freedom. By embracing discomfort and adversity, we forge ourselves into beings of strength and resilience, capable of overcoming any obstacle on the path to a life of abundance and fulfillment. Live in accordance with nature. In a world out of balance, the Stoic seeks harmony with nature. By aligning their actions with the natural order of the cosmos, they find peace and tranquility amidst the chaos. Stoicism teaches us to align our actions and attitudes with the natural order of the universe, recognizing that true fulfillment and harmony arise from living in accordance with our inherent nature as rational and social beings. In the pursuit of financial freedom, living in accordance with nature involves adopting a mindset of simplicity, balance, and moderation in our financial habits. Rather than chasing after material wealth and external validation, the Stoic cultivates a sense of contentment and inner peace that arises from living in alignment with their true values and priorities. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to recognize the interconnectedness of all things and to approach financial decisions with a sense of mindfulness and compassion. By considering the broader impact of our actions on ourselves, others, and the natural world, we make choices that are aligned with our values and contribute to the greater good of society. Practically, living in accordance with nature in the pursuit of financial freedom involves adopting a minimalist mindset, focusing on the essentials and avoiding excessive consumption and waste. By simplifying our lives and reducing our dependence on material possessions, we free ourselves from the burden of consumerism and find fulfillment in the richness of our inner experience. By living in accordance with nature, we cultivate a sense of harmony and balance in our financial affairs, finding contentment and satisfaction in the present moment rather than constantly striving for more. Ultimately, the true measure of financial freedom lies not in the size of our bank account, but in our ability to live in alignment with our true nature and values, finding fulfillment and meaning in the journey rather than the destination. Find freedom in detachment. Finally, the Stoic finds true freedom in detachment, the ability to let go of attachments and desires, and to find contentment in the present moment. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a sense of inner detachment from external possessions and circumstances, recognizing that true freedom and contentment are easy from within rather than from external sources. In the pursuit of financial freedom, finding freedom in detachment involves loosening our attachment to material wealth and possessions, recognizing that they are ultimately transient and impermanent. Rather than seeking happiness and fulfillment in the accumulation of riches, the Stoic cultivates a sense of inner peace and contentment that is independent of external circumstances. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to approach financial decisions with a sense of detachment and equanimity, recognizing that our worth as individuals is not defined by our financial status or material possessions. By releasing our attachment to wealth and status, we free ourselves from the anxiety and insecurity that often accompany the pursuit of financial success. Practically, finding freedom and detachment in the pursuit of financial freedom involves adopting a mindset of minimalism and simplicity, focusing on experiences and relationships rather than material possessions. By prioritizing what truly matters in life, we find fulfillment and contentment that transcends the fleeting pleasures of material wealth. By finding freedom and detachment, we liberate ourselves from the relentless pursuit of more and embrace a sense of inner peace and contentment that arises from living in alignment with our true values and priorities. Ultimately, the true measure of financial freedom lies not in the abundance of our possessions, but in our ability to find joy and fulfillment in the present moment, regardless of our external circumstances. In the crucible of life, we are forged into beings of strength and resilience. Through the practice of Stoic principles, we transcend the limitations of the flesh and rise to the heights of our divine potential. May we walk this path with courage and conviction, guided by the light of wisdom and the fire of our innermost desires. Remember that the happiest people are not those who have the most, but those who are content with the least. Marcus Aurelius. Thank you for watching. If this is useful for you, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share with friends who are looking for a path to financial freedom. Let's start this transformative journey together. Your support makes us enthusiastic to make further useful videos.